I mean, and you live in an area where they're doing hella shows. That you're in Vegas or is it LA?
So personally, like, yeah, I stay in Vegas, but I'm from Los Angeles and I travel there like all the time for business or family or friends. I know a lot of people out there for my whole life, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
anytime good show, and it's also the best place to network. That's why everybody want to live there. It's super
Yeah.
fucking expensive and it's kind of ridiculous to like fucking spend all that money when you don't have to live like right there in Los Angeles. You can live like an hour or two away and you'll still be able to like show up and do shit. You know what I mean?
I mean, and you're an example of someone who I don't know you if you've ever like you haven't ever really fully like you've been able to make connections there without fully living there. Like I mean, look at the amount of
Oh
people
yeah,
you worked
yeah.
with. You're a good example. I'm
Right.
telling you.
Right. It's nothing to, like before the show or after a show or a meeting of some sort, go visit somebody or go to somebody's studio and just, you never know who's there. You know what I mean? And I think some people, that's why they all want to move there and see who they could see. But most of the time it's just like kind of passing through. Like I'm making music with people I know out there. Jay Green was living out there for a while. He's back in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Zabe lives out there. I might go out there to record something and somebody be like, hey, I'm over here. Come through. So it's just easier.
Yeah, and I'm like discovering that because like I'm a young freaking lad. I just went to my first concert and I went to San Fran and I was recording raps and making beats with my clique and stuff like that. But I want to ask you, I just went to my first concert. I want to ask, what was your first concert that you went to?
Ooh, that's a good one because I got in a lot of trouble. So I wasn't even allowed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody was giving me money to go to no concerts, especially back then. But I think one of my first major shows might have been if it wasn't Bone Thugs and Harmony, because I've seen them like man, like probably more than 30 times throughout my life, but um it might have been the Hard Knock Life, like Jay-Z, Method Man and Redman and DMX.
Oh snap!
And I think that was like super crazy, like back then. I remember not being able to go see Dr. Dre, Snoop, and Eminem. I remember that. I didn't get to see that. I was so pissed. Like, you
Mm.
know what I mean? Um, but yeah, that was one of the first. Then like years later, when I could actually like afford to like go to shows or do that stuff, I would always probably go to like Tech Nine or Bone Thugs or whoever was in town. But I would sneak into a lot of shows too. So man, I've been to hundreds of shows, bro. And eventually, I would know people who would just bring me. I would just be smoking with people, chilling with people, because between Vegas and LA, if you just be at the right place at the right time, you never know.
Yeah, it's very easy to make friends like just like in shows specifically or just going like out there. I made friends with someone
Mm-hmm.
in line of the Puya
Right.
concert and we just exchanged like I was hanging out with some like MILF and she was on Molly. Like there's always a fun story. You know what I mean? She had the
No,
whole
yeah, no, I
yeah.
love that whole experience. That's why I've been doing that shit my whole life. Like, it don't matter how old, man. I'll be doing this shit when I'm an old ass man, bro. Like, I'll be back there being like, yeah, these are all my favorite artists, all grown up. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. Like, I just like the experience, the energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.